Hello and welcome to the Pro-Am Formula Racing. This is the Division Sprint Championship round 12. It takes us to Singapore at the Marina Bay Street Circuit. 18 minutes of qualifying followed by a 25% race distance event. So we expect it to be a 15-lap race. Now this week would meant to be a rest week, but considering what happened in Singapore around about 3 weeks ago, due to the desync issues and connection issues, the event had to be null and voided to make it fair for everyone. So it's been rescheduled for today. And after today, we'll be racing in Brazil. And then the week after, an event which is yet to be confirmed. And then round 16, the final round of the season, will be in Abu Dhabi. So just waiting for the session to begin. Just waiting for drivers to begin qualifying here. And so the 18-minute session does commence. 17 drivers involved. Looking at those that have been called in as reserves for tonight. And from what I've been told, they raced in Mexico last week as well. So in fact, this is round 13, not round 12. I currently don't have details as to who won there and how that's impacted the championship. I was just waiting for some cars to head out on circuit. You can see Jace, race winner from China 2 weeks ago, I should say. They raced in Mexico last week, which I don't currently have details as to who came out on top in that one. Well, hopefully I'll find out exactly how that one panned out. But Jason's looking to carry on his recent form. So this is Jace making his way through. Turns 11 and 12 over the Anderson Bridge. And towards the hairpin. So we've got plenty of cars out on circuit. Out of the 17, we've got 12 on circuit as Jace clips the wall there. Before he gets to the last two turns, before he begins his first flying lap of the session, we'll go on board with him. He comes out through the kink of turn 6 and brakes for turn 7. He picks his spot for turn 8 nicely. Turn 9 wasn't too bad either. Turn 13, nicely done through there, maybe a little bit too much curb. He opens the DRS now on this back straight. 1 minute 3.6 by sector 2, so that's around about the figure we are expecting drivers to do by this stage of the lap. So Jay's coming through, turns 16 and 17, then underneath the bridge between turns 18 and 19. 20 and 21, and then two left-handers of 22 and 23 to conclude the lap of this Singapore circuit. So 136.2 there for Jace. We'll go to the Haas of Squan, or for Taney, post to 136.9. We've got an Alfa Romeo coming through, that is John. It's a 137.0 for him. Isaac's on a lap, that's invalidated, so we'll come away from him. And Fletch, who's the championship leader at the moment, 1 minute 37.1 for him. And Aaron posting a 1:37.6 in the sister Red Bull. And we've got the Aston Martin of Cromad crossing over the line, although it's not particularly quick. It's only a 1 minute 40.4. Swan goes 6th with a 1:37.9. And then we've got a Mercedes of Smith with a 1:39.1 on the medium compound. Now NJ in the Alfa Romeo. Coming towards completing his, well, starting his flying lap, as Smith has crashed out on the exit of turn number 4, so he won't be setting a faster lap time. So Isaac has invalidated this lap as well, so he'll have to go again. Here is Havina in the Ferrari. And Fletch has also crashed out at turn 14. Just looking to see how that happened. Yeah, he's just binned it there. Gone too quick into it. And that's his qualifying session over. So 4 lower is where he'll end up on the grid. We go back to Havina, who is on a flying lap. Oh, he kept it out of the wall there at turn 11. That would have been very nearly his session over. So Havina coming through in the Ferrari. He enters through the chicane. And then we've got 22 and 23 to get through. He's exceeded track limits though, so that not only spoils that lap, but also the next one. There's King just slowing down there. And King Mural will be in the car, he'll be in the McLaren. King is out on track. Just looking to see who else is about to start a flying lap. Looks as though that Kilmore is about to start one. Got 10 minutes remaining in this qualifying session. Jace fastest with Ventani second, John third. Fletch fourth ahead of Aaron and Squan. Smith and Cromad are the other drivers to have posted a time. Nicely done there through turn 3 for the Alpine pilot. So Kilmore posting a nice first sector. Coming out of turn 9. And Swan's been given a 5-place grid job. He's been disqualified from the session now as well, so his 6th place will become a back of the grid starting place, which is unfortunate for him. So he goes no further, unfortunately. So Kilmore coming round sector 2 now. It's only 1 minute 4.2, just not the quickest we've seen by this point in the lap. Turns 18 and 19, which is the left and then the right, and another chicane of 20 and 21, and then the two left-handers. He's exceeded track limits there, unfortunately. So that is that lap over, and he'll have to go again. But will he have to do another lap, I wonder? No, he can start a new one. So we'll come away from him for now. Lost faith over the line for AlphaTauri. Goes up to 6th with a 1:38.9, which is nearly 3 seconds off the pace. This is NJ in the Alfa Romeo. And he's backed out of this one, and I wonder if he's doing that because he'll want to start on the medium compound. Now, he's got to be careful doing this because he doesn't want to be going too slowly. I'm not sure if he needed to go that slow, to be honest with you. Here's Raz in the Ferrari. It's a 1:37.1. That's good enough to put him up to 5th for the time being at least. Adds up on the mediums in the McLaren. As Jace continues to go fastest, he's now on a 1:35.6, so he's over 1.3 seconds clear over second placeman Ventani. So where will Adds up end up here with this one? 1:37.1, 4th. It's a nice lap time there on the mediums. Kilmark coming back into the pit lane. Isaac is on a flying lap in the Williams. King has decided to carry on as he is doing. But it's not going to be a faster lap time than it was so before. Here's NJ. I think he'll be going into the pit lane at the end of this lap. So we go to Ventani, who's looking to improve on his 1:36.9 from earlier on. It's a 1:36. Did he exceed track limits on that one? No, it was a 1:36.3, so it's an improvement. It was a slight glitch there with the leaderboard. But he has come faster than before. There is John in the Alfa Romeo. Now, Havina's just started another flying lap. So we'll go back to John. He's going into the pit lane as well. And Isaac's posted a 1:38.3. There's Chromad in the Aston Martin. He's looking to go quick as well. Kim Murrell has crashed out of the session, unfortunately. So he's not going to be setting a lap time. Gone in too quick into turn 18. So Chromad in the Aston Martin. How quick will this lap time be in comparison to last time? It's nearly 2 seconds faster than before. It goes up to 10th. Now Havina is yet to get a lap on the board in the Ferrari. Coming into sector 2 now, 1:3.8. Keeps his Ferrari out of the wall so far. You know, he exceeded track limits last time around when he was on another set of softs. But it's carrying too much speed into it. The back end just stepping out. Keeps his car within the track limits this time. It's a 1:36.9, and that puts him up to 3rd place. 1.3 seconds shy of provisional pole sitter Jace. Chromad has backed off. Just see who else is out on circuit. Well, Kilmore is about to start a flying lap now with 3.5 minutes remaining in qualifying. Come on. Pushing ever so hard as he comes towards sector 1. It's a 26.7, which is not too bad. It looks as though he's practiced a lot around this racetrack. The drivers did have an option of whether they wanted to race in Singapore or race on the brand new Jeddah Street Circuit in Saudi Arabia, which was released on Monday. Reviews seem to be rather mixed about that. I suppose the more you practice, the more you learn in terms of how you go about tackling that racetrack. 1 minute 3.9 by sector 2 for Kilmore. I think he'll be hoping to get into the top 3 on the grid. And there's Kilmore. Coming towards sector 3, or he's in sector 3. And there's a Ferrari ahead of him that will remain out of the way. Kilmore over the line, and he goes up to 3rd with a 1:36.9. Now, who else is on a fast lap? Well, Raz is the next one who is on a fast lap. Although John is ahead of him, actually, so we'll stay with John. He's 1 minute 37.0, is 1.4 seconds off the pace. He's quicker than before through sector 1. So it's a positive start of the lap for him. There is a Haas ahead of him of Fatani, who gets out of the way. He's got pretty much a free run to the line as well now, so John can really get his foot down, as Labyrinth has also retired in the pit lane. He's not going to be setting a time at all. 1 minute to go now. Pavina's not going back out on track, neither is King. Can anyone get close to Jace, who's more than 7 tenths clear of everyone else? Well, John won't be with the lap he's supposed to be setting because he's exceeded track limits. So we'll go to Raz, who's nearly 2 tenths up by sector 2 from before. So could this be good enough to move him up to 5th maybe? Possibly 4th. Over the line comes Raz, and he goes up to 3rd. That's a very nice final sector for him. 3rd fastest for him. And we look to see who else is on a fast lap. I think, is that Isaac? It is Isaac. We're just looking to see who else is coming through. There is Aaron. The checker flag is out. Aaron crosses over the line. He does not improve his lap time. He remains in 9th position. Chromad had exceeded track limits on that lap, so no improvement for him. Jace also on a fast lap. This is a good chance for him to extend that margin with a 1:35.4, and he goes nearly a whole second clear of Ventani. Adds up now goes up to P2 with a 1:36.1. So adds up in the McLaren, very much on form here tonight so far. Ventani was nearly a 10th up by sector 1. There's an Alfa Romeo in front of him, who I think that may well be John who is there. And NJ is coming through as well. He's going fast on the mediums. And John's not going that quick at the moment, I don't think. He was 2 tenths down by sector 2, so this is not looking like an improvement in lap time, and his execution through the last chicane was pretty poor, so may as well come away from him. We'll go back to Ventani, because he's coming through the last couple of corners, over the line, and he goes up to 3rd place with a 1:35.9. So that's not enough to beat Jace. And NJ went second on a 1:35.7 on the medium compound. So a very nice lap for him. And it looks like Raz has backed out of the lap. So that concludes qualifying with Jace on pole position for Williams, ahead of NJ alongside. And it's Ventani and adds up on the second row. Prime Time Raz will be 5th ahead of Kilmore. Then it's Havina and John in 7th and 8th, followed by the 2 Red Bulls of Fletch and Aaron inside the top 10. The only driver starting on the mediums inside the top 10 will be NJ. Lost Faith and Isaac make up row 6 ahead of Cromad and Smith, and it's King, the last of those to have set a lap time of any sort. King Mural, Labyrinth and Swan make up the grid, and I think Vintage has just joined as well, so we could well be having a 19-car grid for the Singapore Grand Prix today. Well, Vintage just left the session actually, so it could well be an 18-car grid instead. So there's your grid order then. Jace on pole ahead of NJ, then it's Ventani and Ads. Raz and Kilmore on row 3, Havina and John on row 4. Fletch and Aaron make up the 5th row ahead of Lost Faith and Isaac. Cromad and Smith. King and Mural make up the 8th row with Labyrinth and Squan bringing up the rear. We'll be back in a moment for the race. So we'll wait for the drivers to sort out their tyre strategies for the race. 15 laps, which should be done in just under half an hour. So if you have joined us, do welcome you. Do make sure you get involved in the live chat. Make sure you like and subscribe as well, in case you haven't already done so. So the countdown has already begun, and we'll be ready to go for the formation up for the start of this Singapore Grand Prix. And so the formation up has begun. 18 cars are on the grid. I think Rishi tried to join, but has joined too late, unfortunately. So Jace leads the pack. on the formation lap. Jace will be looking to take victory again, as he did so in China 2 weeks back. I don't know who took victory in Mexico because I wasn't around last week. So who will come away as the victor here in Singapore? It could well come down to survival of the fittest, given the nature of this racetrack. And so Jace focusing on the start and watching out for NJ as well, because it's expected to be lightning quick. Always quick as lightning. And Fletch and Aaron will be looking to make their way through the field as well, to keep their hopes in the championship alive. I'll say Fletch is the championship leader. Kilmore is ahead of him in 6th place. And Jace already has 41 points, although he's pretty much out of the running for the championship anyway, but he would like to get as many points as possible in the running. So the cars are coming back onto the grid now. And we'll just wait for the rest to slot in, and this race will get underway in around 15 seconds time. Round 13 of the Division Sprint Championship in the PAFR. Who will lead the field into turn 1? Will it be Jace? Will it be NJ? Or could it be Ventani? Well, everyone is in position then. The fire red lights come on. When they extinguish, we'll be racing here in Marina Bay. It's lights out, and away we go. Jace gets off to a very, very good start. NJ alongside. Who will go into turn 1 first? It's going to be NJ, I think, because he's on the inside over the curb. Jace fights out with him through turn 3, but NJ's done it. So NJ takes the lead there from Jace, with Ventani and Raz next up in 3rd and 4th positions. Havina's in 5th in the 2nd Ferrari. Adds up is in 6th place. He's made a poor start. With Kilmore down to 7th. John 8th. Aaron and Fletch make up your top 10 so far. And there seems to be an incident further behind. There's front wing gone there, and that's a Haas in shoulder. That's Swan who's lost a tyre there. The virtual safety car has been deployed, but I wouldn't be at all surprised if there is a full safety car with that amount of damage. So Swan's race is already over before turn 6. The VSC is deployed, and it looks like Fletch has picked up damage actually, or has had a moment somewhere, and Lost Faith has got damage as well to his Alpha Tauri. Chromad's got damage to his front wing because he had a spin by the looks of things at turn 5, but at least he kept out of the carnage that was further ahead of him. But NJ getting off to a really, really good start. Can he maintain it for the remainder of this one? Jason 2nd place, retaining 3rd. Raz moving up 1 position, Havina up 2, Adds down 2. And so the race is back on the way. Or is about to get back on the way. We're back on the way now, and Ventani's got ahead of Jace. So Jace, oh, there was just a glitch actually. So Jace is able to keep hold of 2nd position. And then it's the 2 Ferraris and the McLaren of Adds Up, who's in 6th position. John in 7th, with Kilmore 8. And looks like someone's gone for a ride into the barrier. It looks like Labyrinth has gone for a spin, and King's out. So King is another casualty from this race before the first lap's even completed. Fletch is coming in for a new nose cone, and I think there's going to be even more activity shortly after that. So So we watch further ahead as Raz looks to make a move on Ventani for third position. Lost Faith and Fletcher into the pit lane. Both of them going on to the medium compounds. So 2 drivers out of the race already, 2 in the pits. Labyrinth in 14th place. NJ looking very, very good, keeping his car out of the walls. And Ventani's gone into the barrier there. That surely has damaged the front wing on there. That may prompt him to come into the pit lane. He's lost the position to Raz. He's trying to get back on the inside there. Is there going to be enough room? They did make contact, but Raz has got the job done, and Ventani's dropped down to 4th place. So Ravina in 5th position. And NJ with a new fastest lap, 139.1. And there's been an incident set to 3. I think that's Labyrinth who's gone off the circuit. Yeah, he's gone way off there. He's gone off at turn 16 by the looks of it, and yeah, he's struggling to keep his car pointing the right way. The DRS has been enabled as well. And it looks like Labyrinth is continuing to have his own melodies. Now he needs to make sure he keeps his driving standards intact here and just keep an eye out on him just to see if he does actually do anything rather silly. Well, he's touring in. And Adds Up is moving in front of Avina for 5th place. So, and that's John going for a spin. His car is ghosted, thankfully. But that's his front wing damage, and that'll be him off into the pits at the end of this lap. Labyrinth retires, so that's the 3rd driver gone from this race already. There's Aaron in 8th, Isaac 9th, and Muriel in 10th. John in 11th, with Smith a long way back in 12th place on the medium compounds. They will gain a position once John comes into the pit lane. And Ventani deciding to come in, as does Raz. So 2 drivers coming to the pits there, and Ventani, it looks like he'd gone in too quickly there, but that would have been a glitch from the game. So Aaron under threat here from Isaac, whose tyres will be coming into their own window now. And Muriel had to wait behind his teammate, in fact, so Muriel will have lost time. So John in the pits. Muriel rejoins. So NJ pulling away from Jace. Ravina is another 6 seconds behind Jace as well, so the top 2 seem to be in a league of their own at the moment. Ventani looking to get in front of Raz here. As they go into turn 14. Right on the Ferrari's tail. Ventani knows it's pivotal that he gets past him as Jace comes in from 2nd position. So this is an important pit stop. Havina also in for Ferrari. So Jace exits his box. And he'll get out in front of Raz, I should think, although Raz is coming towards turn 1 now. But Jace will remain in front. And Mosfave is the first driver to receive a time penalty for track limits. 3 seconds it'll be. Cromad in for a new nose cone. So NJ in the race lead right now. He can afford to go longer. There's Kilmore in second place with Isaac in third, on better tyres than the Alpine driver. And Kilmore decided not to fight it out on this occasion. Isaac is through into second place on track. And Aaron now with a penalty for track limits. Taney in 7th position on the leaderboard. He's effectively 4th, unless he can complete an undercut on NJ, which is highly unlikely, considering that he's 33 seconds off the lead. And I don't think it's not around that figure in terms of making a pit stop round Singapore. Kilmore pits in from what was 3rd place, needing a new nose cone as well, so I'll see him drop down the order. And adds up with a new fastest lap. He'll get a point for that if he holds on to it. So Kilmore rejoins behind Lost Faith and Fletch. Now Fletch is going toe-to-toe with the Alpine, but he gets through into 11th place. And further behind we can see Mule and John having their own battle for 13th. John into the slipstream of the McLaren. He's going to go to the outside as they approach turn 7. And the McLaren remains in front for now. And Jake continuing to dominate up front. And someone's had a moment. That's adds up, who's gone for a spin in the McLaren at turn 13. He's lost a few positions there. He's lost climbing places. That's a big, big shame. I just hope he hasn't damaged his front wing either. It would be a double whammy if he has done. And Isaac pits in from second at the end of lap 6. Now, if he's only gone that far, Isaac needed a new front wing. That explains things. So he's going on to the soft compound as well. So Adzup decides to carry on. So Isaac exits the pits. There's Lost Faith who's coming through turn 1 now. Oh, he's got into the barrier though. So Lost Faith hit the wall, but remarkably, the car is not terminally damaged and he's able to carry on as he is. Just pushed a bit too hard there, probably took a bit too much curb through turns 1 and 2, which sent the car sideways into the barrier. Right on board with Fletch, who's got Isaac in front of him. Isaac is on the better tyres, but he's gone into the barrier there and he's lost the position. And Kilmore is right behind Isaac now.